So this is a narrative-focused game where we are not necessarily like characters in this story. We are more an abstract
creative force
behind the story. We're going to be pulling cards. It's going to make us make decisions. We're going to kind of tell what we think the outcomes of these decisions are. We're going to be adding to this map. So you guys are going to be drawing things onto the map you see in front of us.
Emily, you ever play the improv game? One word story.
Of course I have. Every chance I get.
Where everyone stands in a circle and each person says one word. Goes around in a circle like, once there was a dog named.
Not like that at all.
Well, but I'm just saying it's a story told in turns and collectively. But it's all drawn in visually on a map, and it's about the lore of a world.
Yeah,
that's what I understand. That's what I
collectively making this map. So this is a map drawing game. You collectively explore the struggles of a community trying to rebuild after the collapse of civilization. It's a game about community, difficult choices, and landscapes. When you play, you make decisions about the community, decisions that get recorded on a map that is constantly evolving. Parts of the map are literally cartography, while other parts are symbolic. Players work together to create and steer this community, but they also play devil's advocate and introduce problems and tensions into the game. So like I've said before, I kind of want this to become the map of the Saltmarsh region. So the red line is, I've already put a couple of little things in here. We don't have to think about Saltmarsh whatsoever. Okay,
so this is just going to be next to Saltmarsh.
This is the surrounding area of
and you don't even, because this could be hundreds of thousands of years before Saltmarsh, like
fun.
The town. The only things that I want is that this red line is coastline. Okay,
where is this map I'm supposed to see?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yes, sorry.
Emily,
the salty marsh.
You. Okay.
Oh, it's called the Salty Marsh. That's fun.
And there doesn't necessarily have to be, a salty marsh. But so the red line is coastline. To the left of the red line is ocean, and there are 2 rivers. And those are the only things that I've added to the map. You guys are going to be adding everything else. We're all 4 of us, because I am now a player too, because it's not like 7 of us playing, it's only 4 right now, so I can participate. We're going to be coming up with abundances and scarcities here in a second, but there's some stuff that I need to read. The opening story. For a long time, we were at war with the jackals. Now, finally, we've driven them off, and we're left with this, a year of relative peace. One quiet year with which to build our community up and learn again how to work together. Come winter, the frost shepherds will arrive, and we might not survive the encounter. This is when the game will end, but we don't know about that yet. What we know is that right now, in this moment, there's an opportunity to build something. So that is so
beautiful.
That is our opening story. I am going to read more things aloud. So this is our blank page. This is our map. Before playing, we'll establish some of the landscape. I've done a little bit of that, but we're all going to keep going. As we play, we'll update the map to reflect our new discoveries, conflicts, and opportunities. Parts of the map will be literal cartography. I've already said that. Yes, we'll try to avoid writing words on it, though common symbols are fine. Throughout the game, we'll all be responsible for drawing on this map. It's fine to draw poorly or crudely, but all of us are gonna draw.
Damn it.
It tells me I have to say that. And it's true, because that is part of the game. We are going to use some dice I think they're just D6s. At some points, we're going to have to start projects as a community. So these are project dice. When our community starts a project, we'll place one on the map to note how many weeks it'll take to finish. So I don't think we need to use dice for that. I think we'll just type in numbers, but we're measuring projects in weeks to finish. Each week they tick down by 1. When a die reaches to 0, the project is complete. We will also have tokens called contempt tokens, which I've made doubloons. These are our contempt tokens. These are contempt tokens. They represent any tension and frustration that might arise in the community. Okay.
They're not just going to do what we say.
They meaning us? Because I mean, they will do what we say. Also, I'm going to...
We have a scarcity of contempt.
Yeah. We have 2 roles in this game. The first is to represent the community at a bird's eye level and to care about its fate. The second is to dispassionately introduce dilemmas as scientists conducting an experiment. The Quiet Year asks us to move in and out of these 2 roles. We don't embody specific characters nor act out scenes. Instead, we represent currents of thought within the community. When we speak or take action, we might be representing a single person or a great many. If we allow ourselves to care about the fate of these people, the Quiet Year becomes a richer experience and serves as a lens for understanding communities in conflict. We'll also be presented with opportunities to introduce new issues for the community to deal with. This will often happen when we draw cards or use discover something new, which is an action that you can take. By dispassionately introducing dilemmas and then returning to our other role as representatives of the community, we can create tension and make the community's successes feel real. If there's an issue you struggle with in real life, like whether violence is ever justified, introduce situations that call it into question. So you are allowed to bring in yourself.
Bring your baggage.
Mm-hmm. Before the game begins, we must establish some facts about the community and what its surroundings are like.
I guess we can just cancel our therapy sessions.
There you go. We begin with a brief discussion, taking 2 minutes at most, of the general terrain and habitat of the area. This can be as simple as someone saying, how about a community in a rocky desert? So Dylan, if you have ideas about that.
Oh, do I have ideas?
And everyone else is nodding. This could have everyone else nodding. At this point, each of us should introduce one detail about the local terrain. When we introduce our detail, we then sketch our contribution onto the map. These sketches should be rough and simple, leaving lots of blank places or space for additions during play. The community itself should be fairly large on the map, perhaps occupying a third of the sheet. Unless otherwise stated, assuming that our community has 60 to 80 members. So for the uses of this being a Saltmarsh idea, our community should probably be, let's say.
So is it Saltmarsh or a neighboring town?
This is the area where Saltmarsh will be at some point.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'm going to say that
I'm a little confused because it sounds like we're just controlling like one community, which is like sounds like just like one town, one city, one village.
We are, but we are also talking about the region as a whole. So there might be another group.
So this community could potentially become Saltmarsh,
perhaps,
or it's after,
right? Or this could be an ancient fallen civilization that we as players in Saltmarsh don't even know about yet.
Oh shit, yeah, that'd be cool.
So
these are the ancient ruins upon which Saltmarsh was built.
Correct. Who knows?
We're building ruins, guys. We're building future ruins.
That's right.
Building ruins and ruining buildings.
As an example, a group might decide to set their game in a forest. The first player introduces the detail. All right, the forest is full of young, spindly trees. The next player adds, and it's nestled within a steep mountain range. The third player adds, we'll take up residence in an old mining camp. The final player says, and the trees in this area have all been clear cut. As details are added, the players draw them on the map. So
we add mindsets of the community.
That I think that's happening a little bit later. Right now, we're doing physical.
Gotcha.
Physical things. So what I'm going to say that I've taken my turn as introducing that this is a coastal area. Okay. With 2 rivers, and that's it. So if somebody else would like to add something, yes, Maddie, you can go ahead and draw something that you would like to add. And then Emily and Dylan, you'll go next. So what would you like to add, Maddie?
Up in the northeastern corner of this map here, there are there's a very dense jungle here.
Cool.
And the trees in this jungle stretch for really, really, really high.
Big, tall trees. Are they also
super
very
tall jungle trees?
Are they also very thick, or are they very spindly?
I would say they're they're the big, thick jungle trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very dense, but yeah,
I like it.
So I'll just.
What was God thinking when he made this jungle so thick?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over this dummy thick jungle right now.
I know I'm drawing like forest. I know I'm drawing like evergreens, but like I don't know what else to do to draw jungle trees. Like
I would do big like fluffy canopies.
Oh yeah, okay.
I can suggest.
You could just give them real thick legs, you know.
Just got a thick.
Yeah, there you go. That works.
Like that.
That works.
All right. While Maddie is working on his trees, Dylan or Emily, do you have something you'd like to add?
I'm more obsessed with the community, so.
Well, you should still add something.
Yeah, you do need to add a.
The rest of it's a fucking desert. It's a sandy boy.
No, you have to care. You have to care. You have to care.
Yeah, so
care, Dylan, care.
I want it to be a stark contrast to Saltmarsh.
Okay, so Dylan, I would specify an area that there is desert in this place. It can't be the whole thing, but you can add.
Well, that way I don't have to draw shit.
No, you do.
No,
you have to mark the desert.
Yes, you do. So go ahead and
look at my shitty trees. Look at my shitty trees, and you draw something shitty.
Thank you, Maddie. Yes.
You draw something shitty.
Okay,
look at that.
This
I'm
side,
scribbling.
this side is fucking desert, man. It's
No, that's the water.
So that is water. I did. That is what I have.
Can I get rid of that then? How do I?
Yeah, you can
select and delete.
Yeah, so
I just made another dot.
I got you.
Okay.
The 2 red lines are water, and the blue is river, right?
Correct. I'll put in some more watery things here so that we know that this is water.
Okay, well then this is just a fucking desert, man.
All right, we got a big desert.
We just got rolling sands. You know, it's like an Avatar where they're stuck in that sandy wasteland, and they're like, oh, there's no water to bend with.
Ah, yes,
like
sand
that.
Into jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's real
contrast.
Ah, yeah.
It's a jungle oasis.
Dylan, using that same purple, can you draw some like lumpy dunes for me so that we know?
Oh, can you get rid of my circle?
Yeah.
I'll just do the little wavies, but in purple that way, or like some kind of brown. That way we know it's the sand.
Whatever color you want, whatever is going to work for you.
Ooh.
I'm just drawing.
Oh, you can't see it.
I'm just drawing trees.
Oh yeah, that's maybe 2.
Okay, maybe orange. Oh, that's a circle.
You got to select
little
free
sand
hands.
dunes.
Yeah, there you
dunes.
go. There you go. The circles are dunes. We got the dunes. We got the dunes.
We
got the dunes. Meow.
Yeah.
All right, Emily, what are you adding to our our area.
And just around the river bend here.
Just around the river bend.
Yep, that's what I was going for. Are some really large rock formations.
Ooh.
Ooh, that looks like half a penis.
Oh.
Big lumpy boys.
There's a dick in one ball. Some really interesting rock formation.
Yeah, and there's like some shrubbery around the bottom. No, they're
quite phallic.
How do I make them opaque?
There's a second box.
Oh, I see. Transparent. I want.
And we can also
I see. There we go.
we can also take
You gave it a mole.
that's right.
These are not phallic shaped.
So I would make the outsides darker and the insides lighter. I will go ahead and help you out.
Ooh.
How's that, Emily? Is that all right?
Oh,
There you go.
that's so dope. That actually, holy shit.
Oh, that's pretty dope. So they're like big jutting, jutting rock formations, huh?
Ooh, it could be like a rock forest.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe it is. But
All
Like
right.
it's like the stacks in Arizona.
From a distance, it resembles a penis.
From a distance.
It
And-
is not so.
I am going to just go ahead and add where our community actually is. I'm going to draw our community.
I hope it's in the desert.
I hope
It's gonna
got
be-
Joel McHale in it.
I get it. Hey, I get it. Our community is going to be on the edge of the desert and the river so that it has access to the water and can get to the jungle if needed.
Oh.
Going to use these colors as
Yeah, here's a question. Are these freshwater rivers or saltwater rivers? That's a question.
I would say these are freshwater rivers running into.
So they run into the sea and not
Correct.
out from. Okay.
Yes, correct. All right. So this is our community. This is a desert of dunes. This is a large canopied, thick jungle trees. We also have mysterious outcropping of rocks, and we have the ocean and the two rivers. Wonderful.
Nice.
Okay. Starting resources. Next, we each declare an important resource for the community, something which we might have in either abundance or scarcity. Some examples are clean drinking water, a source of energy, protection from predators, adequate shelter, or food. Choosing a resource makes it important if it wasn't already. If you pick gasoline, it becomes something that your community needs or wants. As a group, we now choose one of these resources to be in abundance. It gets listed on the side of this sheet here. Here, I can just, I guess I can just show you guys this. Show to players. There you go.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
It gets listed under abundances, and whoever called it now draws an abundance of this resource on the map. The other resources get listed as scarcities, and the player who called them draws their absence or scarcity on the map somehow. Remember that symbols and symbolic representations are fine, but words should be avoided. Okay. So because Maddie went first last time, Emily, I think it'd be cool if you started us off. What is a resource that you think our community would need? Keep in mind that physical things can be resources, but metaphorical things can also be resources. I
Like
think
good Wi-Fi?
like morale or
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
I
Yeah.
think our community has an abundance of love.
Well, we don't
Ooh.
know if it's in abundance or scarcity yet. We just know that it is something that we need.
I'd like to
I
introduce.
thought we were doing abundances first.
Oh,
so no. Oh no. It's
so we're just listing the resources, and then we together decide what is in abundance and what is scarce.
Okay, my resource that I would like to submit to the Midnight Society is hugs.
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 All right.
Okay.
So
A real touchy-feely group.
I am building Care-a-Lot from the Care Bears.
I am building
We have an
something.
abundance of hugs.
all right.
Oh,
Let's do hugs. Oops.
that'd be funny if it was a
I thought we were supposed to draw it
It
on the
could be a
map.
scarcity. We don't know yet.
So I'm writing it on a index card, meaning I'm putting it right here for now. Let's see if I can make it bigger. I can't.
You should be able to select it.
I know it didn't work.
What the heck? Oh yeah. No, yeah, you're right. That's right. You have to type it bigger.
All right, hugs. Dylan, do you have a resource that we need that is important for our community?
ritualistic sacrifices?
Sacrifice. Sacrifice is important to our society. Sacrifice. We don't know what is being sacrificed.
Oh, come
Greatest.
on. You know what's being sacrificed.
Virgins.
I don't. All right. Sacrifice
Ooh,
is
virgin sacrifice. Wait, can I say virgin sacrifice?
God damn it. No.
I sacrifice it. I
We
think.
put
Oh,
sacrifice.
come on.
God
Y'all
damn
I
it.
mean,
are too
listen,
vanilla.
If we have an abundance of hugs, we have a scarcity of virgins. That's just.
All right, Mac.
Which is
I
why
didn't
there's
specify
sacrifice.
what kind of hugs.
Building materials.
Building.
No.
Okay, we got a practical one.
That's like
Just like I
food,
expected,
water,
like
shelter. You
yeah,
think
really,
that's-
food, water, and shelter. The fucking basics.
Those just aren't things that we need, man.
God,
Those are
fucking
just-
hippies.
We just don't need that if we've
Give
got
me my
enough
lean-to
hugs.
and my hatchet.
If the gods are
I'm gonna
satisfied,
survive.
the gods will provide if we just sacrifice. It's all good.
Oh God, your hippie commune is coming against my live alone commune.
Guys,
It's
so
all
my
cool.
idea was a cult.
Oh, no
Love
kidding.
it. I love
Fuck.
it.
Well, we'll see
Fuck.
how that plays out.
It's gonna blend in
fuck.
with Maddie's survivalist community with my Care Bears Fairyland.
I was
Oh,
thinking
no.
like cannibalism.
Well, I mean,
I was thinking of like cannibalism.
it may go that way. We're not making any plans quite yet. We are
Please.
just
Don't think too far in
Make
the
them
future.
evil.
yeah, Dylan. We're taking things as they happen. So
I'm too excited.
you are
Yeah,
very
you're-
excited, and I
you're-
love that. All right,
Don't think too far in the future.
Gotta
hugs,
build off of everybody
sacrifice,
else's
building
suggestions.
materials. I'm going to say this is a pretty big land, so I'm going to say transportation.
I keep forgetting you're part of this game, Dane.
I'm a part of it now. Look at me. Okay,
I'm a player, guys.
You're a part
so
of it.
now we need to decide as a group. We now choose one of these resources to be in abundance. It gets listed as an abundance. And then
it's
whoever came up with it,
Just a question. What does an abundance of sacrifice look like? Just a lot of people dying.
Dylan's gonna have to make that choice if we have an abundance of sacrifice.
All right.
Oh, please.
So do you want
please.
to
I
do we
think
want to
that
go like one
means
by
that we
one
have
or
like a small ruling class that subjugates the masses. if there
Well,
are
I think
abundance
we
of
all need to
people
decide
sacrifice.
which of these we have in abundance.
so we should have 2 in abundance and 2 in scarcity just to like
I
even out.
think
Exactly.
we just choose one.
Oh, just
abundance.
one.
Everything
just
else
one
is
is
in scarcity.
Oh, one is in abundance and everything else is scarcity.
As a group, we now choose one of those resources to be in abundance. It gets listed
Wait.
in abundance.
Scarce sacrifice?
The other resources get listed as scarcities.
Yeah, you do that. I actually kind of like the idea of sacrifice being a scarcity because like they are constantly well, at least not, maybe not constantly, but they are usually in need of someone to sacrifice, which leads them probably to seeking out other communities and maybe even encroaching upon those communities. Yeah, they would get territorial.
Yeah, because like, remember at the beginning of the story, they're like, we defeated so and so. What if they ate them?
We defeated the jackals. I don't know about ate them, but I was thinking, what if they summoned some kind of aid that they now need to appease?
Well, so I think that, and we're getting a little ahead of ourselves.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. I love the creativity.
I think sacrifice should stay in scarcity. Building materials again, I think in scarcity also would inspire exploration.
Honestly, I think we have an abundance of hugs. I think that
if we have an abundance of transportation.
That also
again elevates the ability to go out and
to exploration
and to
transportation
and scarcity of hugs also does inspire kind of like a harsher community, which
it makes us a very warlike people.
Yeah, it kind of secures that and also gives the opportunity for potential change down the line.
Okay,
kind of a face turn.
I'm going to say that our form of transportation are giant millipedes.
Giant what? What?
Giant millipedes.
Millipedes. Yes. Oh my god! Giant bugs crawl across the land. I hate it.
And they are amphibious. They are both amphibious and so they can swim and they can be on
no. They can't come out of the water.
It's like a traveling train. Because they're so long that one's just like walking by and you're like, oh, I gotta catch the next feed, and then you like jump on. And
Timber heard stories about this growing up, and he was terrified of these things. He hates the water because of it.
Also, I really
hates it and loves it. Kind of wants to conquer.
Or like, yeah, I love if this warlike people is like pro-can the Old Testament, like it's a very wrathful, mean pro-can.
Yeah, it was like I gotta be firm with the first child.
Yeah, demands sacrifices and all those things, and then
see how far. I wonder how far I can push this.
Exactly, and then the new pro-can is like we're an ocean.
Old pro-can, yeah, it's like
too stuck in the past.
Old pro-can's like I wonder how far I can push this. New pro-can is like okay, I pushed it. I know where my line is now.
Fair enough. I'm back to just being ocean guy.
Listen, I'm just the
ocean. You know what? The ocean guy, being the ocean guy, that was a good vibe. That was pretty chill. I'm cool with that.
That's right. I do a little bit of rain.
Maybe
I'm kind of a storm man, but like no more sacrifices. It's cool.
Well, what if Procan was like a very territorial god that wanted more power, and the only way you could get that was virgin sacrifice?
I feel like we're telling the story of like the maturing of a god, of like of like a young god over like maturing over the millennia, kind of like I'm young and in my like early adulthood and power hungry and really like and then later in life he's kind of they've kind of like settled into I'm secure in I know who I am now. Right. I know I'm in my lane, I'm in my groove, and
like
here is my place.
Perhaps we will tell that story, but for now,
Jesus, Dane. You ask us to tell a story, and then you tell us we're telling too much of a story.
This is the game. All right,
we're too creative of people.
So I'd like each of you to draw or symbolize on the map somehow the scarcity of hugs, of sacrifice, and of building materials
around the town.
Wherever you think that it makes sense that they would be. Dylan, I'm thinking maybe for sacrifice, maybe an empty sacrifice circle.
I was
don't have something like that.
Well, I was thinking the desert could be a sacrificial place.
I was
Okay.
thinking of putting the lack of resources just like around the desert and the town kind of area because like they're surrounded by a desert and then riverland, and like the closest thing that they can get for resources are the rocks and then the trees from the forest, which could produce resources, but
I will say this, Maddie, that these are the things we know about, and that things can be added later.
Yeah. I'm just
Right.
Okay, yeah.
So this isn't the end all be all.
I was just saying that's where I was thinking of putting it.
Love it. So Dylan, you're putting the sacrificial circle in the middle of the desert.
I was gonna put like some kind of altar.
Oh yeah, an altar. I love it. Emily, how are we doing a scarcity of hugs?
Well, I've got one person with his arms like this.
So I can't
that's altar? You. That's the purple. That's the purple man.
Yeah.
Oh, remember, Dylan, we want to stay away from words. So if you could draw and
stuff, Dylan.
How do I get rid of it?
I got you.
Well, it had a text option.
It's true. It does.
What the fuck? No, I did not want to do that.
What is that guy like moaning and groaning?
He's the lack of hugs.
The lack of hugs. He's got a little he's like a scarecrow. So it's like
can he also be an altar?
He's like,
I thought you were drawing this as the altar.
Dylan, draw.
Yeah, you can do it. I believe in you.
Just draw, Dylan. You can do this.
Giving him legs that are going to be an altar.
No, but that you can't. That's Emily's scarcity.
It can be both.
No, it can't.
No, we gotta have three. We gotta have three separate scarcities. Mac, how are you?
I am drawing a a no sign striking through a tree and a rock.
Oh, okay. The trees and rocks are just too big. We can't get to them.
And they're too far away. Oh, wait, what?
There we go. Great job, Dylan. All right.
Is there a to make everybody's icons just their name on Roll20?
Yeah, there's it's in your settings under I think
it's not a big deal.
No, it is.
No, it is because like that's annoying as hell.
It's
yeah, they changed all the.
It's under audio and visual, I believe.
Oh yeah, I think. No. Video display. Names only. Yep, under audio and video.
Get rid of my altar. I want to draw a new one.
Names only.
It's a great altar. What are you talking about? Okay. Also with these lines and things, you can make them thicker or thinner up there where you select colors.
I get rid of.
All right. I have drawn mine.
Beautiful.
Yeah, don't try to do too much. Just keep it simple.
I like it. Okay.
Does anyone know how to erase?
See, there are trees and rocks here. Here, there are no trees or rocks.
It's true.
Trees and rocks here. Here, no trees and rocks.
But lots of millipedes to help travel to where the trees and rocks are.
I hope millipedes can carry trees and rocks.
Seems like.
Creepy fucking giant things.
Has the society domesticated these millipedes, or are they wild millipedes that you must?
I think if they are because we're using them as transportation, they are rideable.
Domesticated.
Okay, so the basic unit of play in the Quiet Year is the week. Each week is a turn taken by one player, with play proceeding clockwise around the table. I'm going to say we go. Let's change our name. I will be 1. Maddie, you be 2. Emily, you be 3. And Dylan, you'll be 4. And that's the sequence we'll go in. All right. Weeks should be taken an average of 2 to 3 minutes to complete. During each week, the following things happen. The active player draws a card, reads the relevant text aloud, and resolves it. They follow all bold text. Project dice are reduced by 1. Any finished projects are updated. The active player chooses and takes an action, either discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project. Okay. As there are 52 cards, there are 52 weeks. We won't necessarily get to play all of them. The Frost Shepherds could arrive anytime during the winter. Most cards have 2 options to choose from, separated by an or divider. Pick the option that you find the most interesting and fitting and read the text aloud. The card might ask you a question, bring bad news, or create new opportunities. Many cards have specific rules attached to them, which are written in bold text. If you drew the card, it's up to you to make the decision that the card requires. If a card asks you a question, think about whether your answer could be represented on the map somehow. If it fits, update the map to reflect this new information. For example, if the card asks you about the sleeping quarters of the community, you might end up drawing a row of tents near the edge of the forest. Working on projects. Unless your card specifically told you otherwise in bold text, the next step is to reduce each project dice on the map by 1. If a project reaches 0, the die gets removed and the project is completed. Whoever started the project gets to tell everyone how it turns out and update the map to reflect its completion. If a project finishes early, because a card says that a project finishes early in bold text, it is instead the responsibility of the active player to tell everyone how it turns out and to update the map. If your card's bold text had you place a project die on the map just a moment ago, that die doesn't reduce during this week. So I'll remember that. It's just now getting underway. When a project gets completed, it is assumed that it went successfully and is beneficial to the community. In some cases, it might make sense to have an investigative project end with a hope dispelled. Even in these cases, the completion of a project should always feel like a step forward, not backward. This doesn't always mean that the whole community is happy with the results, though. Discovering something new. One of the action types is discover something new. Introduce a new situation. It might be a problem, an opportunity, or a bit of both. Draw that situation onto the map. Drawings should be small and simple, smaller than an inch. Well, okay. So just quick little drawings. Whenever things, here we go. Whenever things seem too controlled or easy, we can use this action to introduce new issues and dilemmas. When individual characters get introduced, we'll give them names and record those names on our index card. So that's this map. Don't worry about it. Some example situations. There's a dried up well located on the edge of town. Mangy wolves have been slinking around the woods. There's a broken down water wheel a mile upstream. Strange wailing noises come from the forest at night as self-declared prophet arrives. Ooh. So that's, and then working on, hold a discussion. Another of the action types is hold a discussion. You can choose to open with a question or a declaration. Starting with you and going clockwise, so in our number order, everyone gets to weigh in once, sharing a single argument comprised of 1 to 2 sentences. If you opened with a question, you get to weigh in last. If you opened with a declaration, that's it for you. A discussion never results in a decision or summation process. Everyone weighs in and then it's over. This is how conversation works in communities. They are untidy and incohesive affairs. Each discussion should be tied to a situation on the map. When a discussion ends, mark the situation it is attached to with a small dot. We'll figure that out. Some example conversation includes, should we relegate against the bikers? Retaliate against the bikers? Or leading with a declaration, we should abstain from retaliation or violence. Could we use the school bus as a sleeping area for the village children? That kind of thing. Stay concise. Updating resources. At the start of the game, we'll have one resource in abundance, which we have. These lists serve as guides for interpreting the health of the community. Throughout play, we'll update these lists to reflect changes in our circumstances, whether we feel it is appropriate to do so. Maybe the completion of a project alleviates a scarcity or creates an abundance. Some weekly cards will alter these lists as well. So we're through these decisions and through our actions, we're trying to build our community. So how do we get more hugs? That kind of thing.
Go to some couples therapy classes.
That's right.
A lot of community outreach.
Contempt. If you ever feel like you weren't consulted or honored in a decision-making process, you can take a piece of contempt and place it in front of you. This is your outlet for expressing disagreement or tension. If someone starts a project that you don't agree with, or you don't get to voice your objection or speak out of turn, you are instead invited to take a piece of contempt. Contempt will generally remain in front of players until the end of the game. It will act as a reminder of past contentions. Its primary role is as a social signifier. In addition, you can discard it back into the center of the table in two ways: by acting selfishly and by diffusing tension. If you ever want to act selfishly, to the known detriment of the community, you can discard a contempt token to justify your behavior. You decide whether your behavior requires justification. This will often trigger others taking contempt tokens in response. Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
Stoking the flames a little bit here, game.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't write the game.
I said game, not Dane.
Oh, okay. I heard my name.
It's okay, buddy.
That's on me.
No. I said, yeah.
In playing the quiet year, we must refrain from freewheeling discussion about what to do next, which is what I have been trying to do.
This will devolve quickly.
Which is what I've been trying to do, not because I want to stifle creativity, but because it's part of the rules.
No, yeah.
There are specific mechanics in the game for discussing community issues and demonstrating our displeasure. When we play, we won't speak out of turn or attempt to circumnavigate these mechanics. Maddie Mac. These rules work to demonstrate how difficult it is to engage the entire community in conversation and how tensions and disagreements tend to linger across weeks or even months. We'll also be careful to avoid character narratives. In the quiet year, characters will likely emerge who we identify with. They'll have names. They'll be tied into interesting situations on the map. The map will falter, or the game will falter, however, if we try to use those mechanics to tell a story about any one of these individuals. As much as possible, we should keep the focus of the game on the community's wants and needs and the ways that decision gets made about them. We should use named characters to support the larger bird's eye view. Oh, I didn't show you guys this. Okay, there you go. The larger bird's eye view and not the other way around. So this is restraint. I love you guys. I might cut you off if you guys start wandering.
Okay.
Heard.
That should have been the first one. That should have been the first rule. That really should have been the first rule.
No.
Not blaming you, Dane. They should have put that first.
We're doing
anyone get the impression that whoever wrote this game was like super into Model UN in high school?
Access and allies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Played a lot of Risk.
Exactly.
I was thinking Sim City.
Yeah, that one too.
This person
here's the
played
reference
a bunch of
card.
SimCity and was president of the Model UN.
Yep, 100%. Came home from Model UN, did a bunch of sociology
everybody
homework.
in their journals should have a
Played
reference
Sims.
card. It's 0. It's called reference card.
Yep.
It should show you what happens in a week, meaning your turn, and the action. One action. You choose one of these actions.
The active player draws a card and interprets it.
Am I supposed to press reference card?
Yeah, press reference
Yeah,
card.
and then you can read what it says.
And go to 0.
Okay.
Projects are reduced by 1.
What do you mean go to 0?
It's the 0.
Oh,
Yeah, card
Very
0.
bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could pop that window out and just kind of have that as a reference.
All right, I think we are good to go. I am going to.
Could we take before we start? Could we just take a quick 5-minute bio break?
5-minute bio break, and then we'll start.
Bets.
We'll start the quiet year. I'm so excited. For chaos.
Finally, someone noticed.
Hey, I've been reading my ass off, dude. All right, spring. Okay, here we go.
This makes sense. This is more of a starting card, yeah.
Yeah. What important and basic tool does the community lack? Or where are you storing your food? Why is this a tricky place to store things? I'm going to choose important basic tool. I'm going to choose the where are you storing your food? Why is this a risky place to store things? I'm going to say that we're just storing food in holes in the ground.
In the sand.
Jesus.
I'm going to say, and it's risky because it's
holes in the ground.
Yeah, because animals can get to it.
And it's dirty.
And it's also dirty.
It's in the ground.
It's not like it's just like food. We're not just
they're just shoving whole pies just in the ground, just like baked goods just in the dirt.
It's wrapped in stuff, but that's where we're storing food is there. It's wrapped in like cloth
or like, Tupperware.
I don't know where you're getting information, but it's fake news. They don't wrap the food, dude. I'm telling you, they don't wrap the food. There's a sect of the community that is convinced they don't wrap the food.
Whoa.
Or at least they don't have the right lid to the Tupperware.
That's heavy. Okay. So I'm going to start a project. I am going to start a project to cut down some trees. I'm going to say that a group of people are going to take a couple of centipedes and head to the jungle to chop down some trees to bring in.
So you roll a d6 to see how many weeks that takes.
Correct.
Right. Hey, up, hey.
All right.
For a month. Okay.
Yeah. And
that
then I'm
seems
going
accurate. Week there, 2 weeks work, week back.
Tree getting. All right. That's my turn.
Okay.
Starting in spring. Maddie, you're up.
All right. So I draw a spring card.
Mm-hmm.
Someone new arrives who or the community's younger members get into a fight. What provoked them?
Oh, you got a good card.
Serious lack of hugs here, guys. Man,
does the hug bringer bring hugs to town?
Huzzah!
Oh man, I want to use both of these.
Nope, it's one of the other.
I know. Oh wait. Can these cards? You said we with these cards we can add additions to the map.
So that's discovering something new, but depending on what you choose, you can draw something to represent that.
Okay. Okay. Right. Someone new arrives. A mysterious stranger has come to town telling tales of dark people let me see, a dark presence in the forest. A dark presence in the forest.
Way to dodge that bullet, Maddie.
Sorry. Whoops, I misspoke. A dark presence, because not necessarily individuals, but just creatures, maybe.
Okay.
There's a disturbance in the forest.
That's right.
Presence you've not felt since.
Disturbance in the forest.
It's in the dark side
in
of
the
forest.
And how are you representing that, Manny?
Red eyes glowing through the woods and the trees.
Ooh.
Okay. And then that means that this goes down by 1, right?
Yep. Oh, whoops.
Oops.
I'm drawn all over this. All right, and that goes away. And then I discover something new. Oh, well, I think my card kind of introduced discovering something new.
So red eyes at night during
there are red eyes glowing in the woods at night.
Love it.
Wolf.
Or in the jungle at night.
Yeah.
All
right. Miss Emily, go ahead.
Okay, so from spring, I draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Draw 1 card.
Is it showing up?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not seeing it.
Oh.
Yeah, neither. Yeah, you gotta click and drag from the deck on the side.
There it is.
There it is.
What group has the highest status in the community? What must people do to gain inclusion in this group? Or are there distinct family units in the community? If so, what family structures are common?
Ooh.
There an abundance. There is a scarcity of hugs, though.
But there's a lot of family. These families are all ruled by old women.
Okay.
So it's a matriarchal society with each matriarch rules about let's say 4 different middle-aged adult groups.
Okay.
That are in whatever pairings, whatever procreations they have. But it's all led by one adult woman of approximately 85 years old.
Okay.
How long do they live? We don't know.
Granny kings.
But yes, it's like granny kings of warring granny mafiosas, where they have families and those families have families, but it's all under
one granny.
What are you gonna draw to represent that?
You don't have to draw. I don't think you have to draw every time, do you?
I know. I just really wanted to see a granny in a trench coat with a Tommy gun.
Yeah.
Granny in a trench coat.
And these are the families that are looking for sacrifices and warring with other tribes or communities.
We will sacrifice and win favor. No, we will sacrifice and win favor.
It's all really just mean old ladies.
Love it.
That's why there are no hugs. They're also mean.
All right.
They're not cute.
They are the grannies. Not
Grannies
cute.
are not cute. They are.
They're the kind of they're the kind of grannies that like. They're the kind of grannies that in movies like you see are like, oh, like you think the leader of the gang is some big scary dude. Nope, it's just some little old woman, and she runs this ruthless street gang that sells drugs and murders people.
Like if you saw Marvel.
It's all Grandma Linda.
Who's the
My grandma's name is Linda.
Who's the blind lawyer in the Marvel universe?
Daredevil.
Matt Murdock, Daredevil.
Yes. If you saw Daredevil on Netflix, like when it was
thinking
good.
of like.
Oh yeah, Madame Gao. Madame Gao.
Yeah, they're all like.
I'm thinking of like Yakuza.
Yeah,
that's exactly who Madame Gao is.
Exactly that.
That is literally she represents the Japanese.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
It's like that lady.
All right, so we've got family groupings, each led by a shrewd matriarch. Okay.
Did you put down your? Did you put down your? Yep. And now you do the action. You discover something new, hold a conversation, or start a project.
Thank you, Maddie.
I'll discover something new.
What do you just what are you adding to the map?
Where do you discover something new?
You literally just make shit up.
I just like make it up?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm definitely discovering something new. There is.
Oh wait, by the way, quick question. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt Emily. Never mind. I'm sorry. Do your thing.
I needed time to think anyway.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sorry. While you have time to give you time to think, when we do start a project, do we have to communally agree to start the project?
No.
Then what are contempt coins taken for?
If you don't think that's a good idea, if the project...
I thought it said like if you're not like if your opinion wasn't given weight.
So if you think that getting trees is a bad idea, then you would take a contempt coin.
Okay, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't like.
No. You can start a discussion about it.
Okay.
And then if everyone disagrees with you, then you take a contempt coin after the discussion.
Okay. You just drag the coin on the map.
Yeah. I give everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone should have access to contempt coins. And then I figure we'll just put them under our names on the right-hand side.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, Emily. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah. What are you drawing, Emily?
For giving me the time to think. I'm drawing a bunch of little sea turtle eggs.
Oh, cool.
Because the sea turtles have come and laid a bunch of their eggs. It's sea
That's
turtle
cute.
egg season.
Love it. All right. That is Emily's turn. Dylan, you're up.
Oh, how do I erase?
You select and delete it.
I got you.
There is a disquieting legend about this place. What is it? Alarming weather patterns destroy something. I got the lamest card. Fuck.
Remember to draw all your answers on the map.
Oh, thank you, Maddie.
And no, it says at the bottom of the card.
Yeah. I would think that you would love scary legends, Dylan. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I suppose I can work with that.
Yeah. What about your altar? Where did that come from?
Yeah. So basically, if they do enough sacrifices, a vengeful god will come out of the sea and give them prosperity while killing everyone else. I don't know.
All their enemies.
What form does
So
this
how
god
do you
take?
how do you represent that on the map?
I'm gonna put a little drowned god in the ocean.
Love it.
Just X face with a crown.
The crown.
That's a good idea. Oh.
All right. While you draw that, I'm going.
He's got a square face because I don't know how to do anything.
Yeah, no worries.
Also, he's a god, so just makes sense.
All right, Dane, your turn.
There's a large body of water on the map. Where is it? What does it look like? Or there's a giant man-made structure on the map. Where is it? Why is it abandoned?
Ooh.
I like that. I'm going to say there's a giant man-made structure on the map.
Ooh, where is it? What is it?
Yeah.
Where is it? What is it? Why is it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, also, I forgot to.
I'm worried there's not going to be a lot of contempt cards in this game.
The tree. Hey, don't you worry. Things are gonna. We're in spring right now, baby. This is. So at the end of my turn, we're going to have an abundance of building materials.
Awesome. We get to decide that. Oh, because the tree gathering.
Because my project is going to.
Yes, the tree gathering.
I didn't get to start a discussion or a project.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, go ahead. I
should've.
started to take my turn too early. So do you want to start a discussion, discover something new, or start a project, Dylan?
I was too hot to try. You could just say that the legend of the god was discover something new, but
no, because I think that was the card. So
okay.
Dylan, you get to start a discussion, discover something new, or start a project. What would you like to do?
Start a discussion to put efforts towards reviving the drowned god.
Okay. So either you ask a question or you make a statement, and if you ask a question, you get to finish the discussion. If you make a statement, you start it, and then that's it.
Correct.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I got it, Maddie.
So
Dylan, you're starting a discussion. You're either putting a question to the community or you're making a statement about what you want to discuss. So if you're talking about this drowned god, you're like, we must revive the drowned god, or
yeah, that's my statement.
State it. Go for it.
We must revive the drowned god.
And then each of us are going to.
All the old ladies are like.
Each of us are going to have a sentiment about that. That the community. I'm going to.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then after that, nothing happens.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except that our bond has grown.
So I will express the children are going to express fear about this. They're going to say, but we don't want any the drowned scary things coming out of the ocean. That's too scary.
I will definitely express hesitancy.
Like what part of the community?
I will say. Oh yeah. I will say that some elders and a little more calm-headed individuals are expressing hesitancy, saying we have no idea what this god would want, and we have no idea what these sacrifices would entail. This could cause irreparable damage to our community, and I'm hesitant to sacrifice for this amount for so little gain, or for an unpromised or an
unknown gain.
Yeah, for a really unknown gain.
Emily?
I think The rest of the masses who are unhappy in their current state are like, let's roll those dice, baby. What if we all get rich? So they're in support of this because they think that this God will deliver them unlimited wealth and prosperity for just a little bit of work. And then there will be a magic band-aid that fixes all of their problems if this God will just swoop in and fix them. So we
Love it.
Do it.
So
People
it's like
do
a
love the magic band-aid.
Well, there's nothing resolves. It's just
so
there's a community discussion,
the
and
children
then
are
politics.
against it, the elders are against it, but the middle-aged people who are discontented with their working lives are like, show me that drown God.
Well, I said
Let's
the
roll
old
them dice.
ladies, the
The old ladies
matriarchs suggested it.
so maybe these are like not the leaders of like
Yeah.
each of the matriarchs, but the older folks within
older folks.
like the family groups.
Yeah, I feel like the matriarchs are the ones saying like, well, our community is like very fragile at this moment. We are still we are still growing. We don't like, and this is a risky gamble. This is too much of a risk to take at such an early stage.
But I guess what I'm asking is like, if I pose the statement that the matriarchs.
I'm gonna end the discussion there.
Okay.
We've got our sentiments. We're good. Okay. So, man-made structure. I'm going to say that.
I really like this game.
It's pretty good.
This is fun.
Man-made structure.
I like social games.
I'm going to say that a giant bow is found half buried. A giant bow is found half buried at the end of this river right here. It is unstrung and it sticks partially out of the ground at an angle. But it is very clearly like there's a handle to it. That's just peeking out of the ground.
And a notch probably for tying the string.
So I will draw that. So
and while you're doing that, I'll take my turn.
Tree getting is done. Well, I need to do.
Oh yeah. You need to do your action. Fuck.
It's all right. There. Building materials are going to abundance. Going to draw a little bit of dirt. Dirt. And then I'm going to draw dirt. And then this is like the handle. And then this giant fucking bow, baby.
Giant fucking bow, man.
Giant bow is just like, oh, that kind of looks like a penis.
Yeah, the best things do. Did you know that Did you know the graphic designers are specifically trained to,
I saw that TikTok.
Yeah, to avoid phallic objects or things that look like swastikas.
I am going to start another project. I am going to start using the building materials. I'm going to start building a wall around our community for protection. It's going to take 2 weeks to build this wall. Build the wall.
Oh God, no. Oh no.
Wall. Are you going to have the jungle wolves pay for it?
Okay. You know it.
Ooh.
Did we decide that they're jungle wolves? Or?
No.
Yeah. Oh no, it's still just the dark presence and the red eyes.
Just a dark presence and some red eyes.
All right, Maddie, you are up.
Alrighty. Click to draw the spring card. Right. Are there children in the community? If there are, what is their role in the community? Or how old are the eldest members of the community? What special needs do they have? Okay. I think we already kind of answered the first one, but yeah. So, are there children in this community? Yes, there are children. Their role in the community, mainly, they have a general amount of freedom until they turn around 9, at which point they start learning the basics of the town, whether it be, the deeper, like, specifics of their culture.
They have to
And
contribute.
yes, they not contribute, but kind of like learning to contribute. And then at age 15, that's when they start to that's when they start to work to support the elders. And they basically, from 16 to like 20, they work to support the elders, and then at 20 they become a secure member of the community.
Got it.
Still working under the elder, but kind of like free to pursue their own.
So at first they're kind of like interns or
kind of,
yeah. What's the word? Apprentices.
Yes,
assistants to the older people,
mm-hmm.
And then to the matriarchs, and then they
are in this community. They are very much you were born to prolong our existence,
right?
And so you will help us exist longer and more comfortably until you get to an age where now you can start existing.
Then Maddie, do you want to start a project? Do you want to discover something new, or do you want to hold a discussion?
I'm going to start a project to build a fishing pier.
Oh,
yeah. In the sea. They're just an area to specifically fish that it does not necessitate fishermen, traveling great distances away from their homes.
Or riding the
exactly. Or riding the centipedes.
Riding the sea millipedes.
The centipedes.
Yeah, riding the sea millipedes out into the middle of the ocean.
The sea millipedes?
No.
No, the centipedes.
Centipedes. Oh God. Yeah, so
we're gonna roll your die and make your label, and then Emily can take her turn.
All right. Rolling a d6. It's gonna take 3 weeks.
All right, 3 weeks.
All right. Text.
So the community now has an abundance of
transportation and building materials.
So do we ever edit the map by erasing things, i.e. would we erase the symbol that signifies we have no building materials? Sorry.
That's a good point.
Destroy your art.
There we go.
Key.
Yeah.
Drawing a spring card.
Shut up.
It's a great job.
Shut up.
You did it.
You shut your mouth.
You're very good at it.
Fucking asshole. Your Vance is showing.
A young boy starts digging in the ground and discovers something that's not. Or an old man confesses to past crimes and atrocities. What has he done?
Is there a fill option?
So an old man has confessed.
Oh, you're cutting out a little bit. Get a little closer to that mic.
Fuck, man.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Old man has confessed to an atrocity.
Still
Can't hear you.
really tough. I don't know, man.
I literally haven't changed anything.
I know. I don't know.
I guess it's probably. How about now?
A little bit better.
Sure.
God damn it.
Keep going.
Just
keep going.
yell at us.
Well, okay. That better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually.
Ooh, I think, yeah. My laptop is so hot. That's bad, right?
It's having a hard time.
It's
Maybe
so
plug it
hot.
in.
It is plugged in.
Oh no.
And it's on a little, like, fan thing. It's
Wild.
supposed to, like, vent the heat.
All right. Keep going.
Okay, anyways, an old man is confessed to a crime and an atrocity. I'm gonna say that he was in the jungle many years ago, and he found some creatures with red glowing eyes, and he murdered them to get some. They were living in a cave and he thought there might be some interesting ore in that cave. So he killed all of the creatures in the cave to get to the ore and explore. And
Great.
he stole some precious minerals from that cave. But in the process, he slaughtered a bunch of creatures. And one of the distinguishing features was that they had some red glowing.
Oh boy.
But this was like years ago. They're probably not still mad about it. I'd like to open a discussion.
Yeah.
So when the sea turtles hatch, do we think they're going to be cute or adorable?
Oh my god.
Attempt.
I'm going to.
We heard that.
I'm going to represent one of the matriarchs who says.
One of the matriarchs. That's good.
One of the matriarchs who says, obviously, these creatures in the forest were made for sacrifice, as are the sea turtles. Once they hatch, we must collect them and sacrifice them in the desert.
I represent another old lady, matriarch. We should sacrifice the children because they're annoying.
The children express fear?
They're super. I'm going to go ahead and take a contempt token for wanting to kill the kids.
The turtles are cute and adorable. Keep the turtles.
Keep the turtles, kill the human children.
Maddie, do you have something you'd like to say? Oh, were you the kids being more afraid? Okay. And then Emily, you have one last thing you can say.
I guess I get a final thought. Great. We will not kill our own children. Wait, oh, I guess I'm not making a decision.
No, you're just making a comment.
Oh, the Save the Sea Turtles coalition in this community is highly against using them for sacrificial purposes.
Okay. So a group of people have bound together to save the sea turtles.
Yeah.
Not the kids.
The kids are really vying for some representation too.
No, they're good. We're holding a concert. It's a little music festival for the turtles. It's going to be on the edge of the giant rock cliffs. That's this Saturday.
Oh my god!
You get to paint a turtle on the cliff.
Admissions is free, but we're hoping for donations, like whatever you can give. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Discussion closed.
Discussion closed. Thank you, Emily.
Quick question: will we be instructed to name characters, or do we name them organically?
You organically.
I think you, okay. Yeah, name them organically.
Yeah. So if you wanted to name the old man,
I wanted to name the traveler who came in.
Go ahead.
His name is Dusty Martian.
Dusty Martian.
The old matriarch who wanted the children dead. Her name is Helga.
Okay.
Helga.
Great.
Frau Helga. She's the only German in the camp.
And Emily, do you have
This is just yes.
Do you have a name for the old man who killed the creatures?
Old man Jenkins.
No.
His name is Bert Rampant.
Burnt Rampant.
Burnt Rampant.
Love it.
Dusty Martian's just a traveler and not a history, but a career adventurer.
Love it.
Explorer, a career explorer. I'll say that.
All right, Emily. That'll do it for you.
That's it.
And Dylan, time to pull a card, please.
Are we still in spring?
We are still in spring.
Okay.
I think it's a card that says spring is over.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, is it gonna fall on one of us? Damn it, I didn't get it.
I got you.
You see a good omen. What is it? You see a bad omen. What is it? Oh, I love.
I wonder what Dylan's gonna choose.
This is a good one for you, Dylan.
Oh, where'd it go?
Oh, I got rid of it, but you know what it is. Good omen or bad omen? What is it?
Good omen, bad omen. The bad omen was Helga's suggestion to start murdering off the community. So they do a project of a fertility festival to have more babies.
Okay. So you're starting a project.
Yeah.
Okay. Love it. Roll a d6 for me.
So they think they're going to be like cursed with what's it called? Infertility or something.
Right.
So they're like, have babies now.
How do you spell fertility?
Fertility.
Fertility.
Yeah.
This can be combined with the Save the Sea Turtles music festival if you want. It's just
this is a love festival. This
The
is
kids really don't know what's going on.
It just went from being like Coachella to just like Woodstock.
Yeah.
The wall has been built.
I feel like they found some weed.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, I'll draw a little pot leaf for the project.
There you go.
It'll be green.
Like sea turtles.
And that'll be like over here in between the rivers, man.
Rivers, man.
Fertility Fest 96.
At the river, bro.
Fest at the river, bro.
Eyes of children,
All right.
Yeah.
This is a really good pot leaf.
Pierre only has one left, Maddie.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of whatever you did there.
It was a 1.
Uh-huh. There you go.
Fertility Fest 96. I love it.
What'd you roll, Dylan?
5.
A 5? It's going to
5
take a
weeks
while
to
to
set
make
up the
these
festival.
babies.
That makes
Well,
sense.
yeah, babies take a while.
That makes sense.
At least a month. All right.
You can't put together a happening Fert Fest with less than 5 weeks prep.
All right. You started your okay.
They probably had to get all the women synced up. Oh.
That's the whole thing.
Where does everybody sleep?
Ooh.
Who is unhappy with this arrangement and why? Or what natural predators roam this area? Are you safe?
I sleep in your mom's bed.
Love this. Natural predators. Natural predators it is, and we are not safe. I'm going to say that there are the natural predators come from the desert, and they're called the lightning snails.
They spark at your toes.
Yeah, they go way too fast, and they zap you. They like slide through the sand like crazy.
Interesting.
Lightning toads?
No, snails.
Lightning snails. Oh God.
Lightning snails.
Snails aren't supposed to be quick.
I know.
Why do you make so many horror creatures that are specifically designed to make me uncomfortable? And Emily go, "Aw."
Yeah.
Lightning snails sound so cute.
Quick little zappy snail.
I love them.
We're gonna weaponize them, turn them into tasers.
I've now created a Save the Lightning Snails coalition as well.
Nope.
You're just, yeah.
They're just predatoring us because they're scared, you guys.
Yeah, and I'm more scared, so I will be more of a predator.
They're more scared of you than you are of them.
Huh, try me.
I just need to designate some land. Ooh,
all right.
So they've got these great big, almost translucent glass shells, and
how big are they?
They're pretty big. They're like taller than a man,
like a horse size.
Yeah, I'd say they're horse size. Like within their shells, they're like.
And they got teeth, right?
I mean, yeah, they got like little teethy maws, sure. And like within, they're called lightning snails because they can both move very fast, but like inside their glass, almost translucent shells, you can see like almost rumbling thunder.
It could be like one of those like electricity things, you know, those little
oh yeah. No, that's
static?
great. The plasma balls. So inside their shells are like these plasma balls. Love that.
No, that's their life force. That's their heart.
I'm going to say that the pier is now built, but it also means that building materials are back in.
However, we do have oh wait, no, I don't get to decide how it turns out because it ended on your turn. Shit.
And Fantasy Fest is a month away. Sorry, Fertility Fest is a month away. Fantasy Fest is in Florida. It's totally
fantasy sum.
Hey. And did I choose a thing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Discover something new, start a project, or start a conversation.
Yeah, I'm going to say that an ancient road has been discovered that leads into the ocean.
From where to where? Or from...
I'm going to say that it follows the river. So that's mine. Maddie, you can start. I'll start drawing my road.
Okie dokie.
Goodbye, yellow brick road.
All right. What's the most beautiful thing in this area? Or what's the most hideous thing in this area? I think the most beautiful thing in this area are probably the rock formations. But no, I want to.
Well, you could either like add to yes and the rock formations and tell us like how they're beautiful, like there's a specific thing about them.
Yeah.
Or you could add something completely different.
I think that the rock formations are beautiful. They have been named what translates from the common tongue into giant's fist, because it looks like a gently closed fist of a giant, maybe with a couple of fingers sticking up.
Cool.
In the air. And there are some legend that especially popped up after the discovery of the giant bow, that there could possibly be some sort of titan buried beneath the ground here.
I like that.
I am going to start a discussion. I'm gonna say that there are two young there are two teenaged
Members.
Teenage members of the community who have stepped forward as kind of representatives of the youth in the community. Jamie and Alabaster are their names.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kind of they are expressing that they feel the community relies too heavily on the youth and are not giving young and are basically expecting far too much of the youth of the community, basically treating the youth as workhorses, and that which leads to creating vindictive elders who just perpetuate the cycle.
Wow. I will represent the children who are feeling threatened by the elders, and just think that Jamie and Alabaster are the coolest. They're the coolest.
I guess I'll be one of the elders.
Are you a matriarch or just one of the elders?
Oh, sorry. When I say elders, I mean one of the matriarchs. Rebecca Stevens.
Because I feel like there's the youth, there are the elders, and then there are the matriarchs. I feel like those are the three tiers of the community.
Oh, okay. So when you say elders, do you mean like middle-aged people?
Sort of like, like respect your elders is like, like respect your adults, and then the matriarchs are like, the matriarchs. They're the like the geriatrics.
Emily, what are you?
Oh wait, no, sorry, Dylan, I cut you off.
Oh, I thought Dylan said it. Go ahead, Dylan.
No, I cut Dylan off.
Rebecca Stevens, one of the matriarchs, says, "This is all happening the way he said it would happen. The drowned god is going to return."
More drowned god propaganda. Okay.
And then who was the other matriarch? Agnes?
She's like the most senile out of all of them.
Helga. Frau Helga.
Helga was hot to trot on sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
No, she was hot to trot on sacrificing the kids and not the turtles.
She thought the turtles.
She's a firm supporter of the protect the turtles movement and fuck the kids.
Emily, what was the name of your old man? Russ?
Burnt Ratchet. Rampant. Burnt Rampant.
Rampant.
Yeah,
Burnt
Rampant.
Burnt
Rampant, yeah. And then there was Dusty Marsh.
Rebecca Stevens is the oldest matriarch. And she's like the most superstitious out of all of them.
She's lost it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've made a document.
Or she's been wizened by the sands of time.
Should be in everybody's
community figures.
Yeah, so you guys can kind of fill out those things. Not too much. Remember, we don't want to get too specific.
Can't get into characters, yeah.
Right, but we just want to know, like,
we're just naming members of the community. We're not investing in them.
And
well,
kind
we
of
can't play them as characters.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of can. We just can't like steer them, I guess. Like, I don't know.
We can't.
It's not your character.
Not your character.
We can't attach like any affection to one character. It's like, I'm gonna keep them alive.
Right.
Stuff.
Exactly.
I'm gonna make this guy the hero.
Yeah.
Let it produce naturally.
Yeah. But I think that labeling them is going to be important.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Emily, I think you need to contribute to the discussion.
Well, I'll voice as Bert that he's very against the youth having any more accommodations because he didn't have any. and the whole system's going to be thrown off, and we can't afford chaos right now, so we should just keep it the status quo.
Uh-oh.
Where
The kids start
everybody's
making
happy.
signs for chaos.
He is very much keep the status quo, and he's on board with this sacrifice raising the god thing because I think there's some good ideas in there.
Very pro wall, I feel like.
Very
very pro wall.
Bert's like real pro wall, if you know what I mean.
Oh, we get it. We get it. Okay.
Nope. Yeah, that does my turn then.
All right. So that means Fertility Fest is in 3 weeks.
Bert's also highly supportive of Fert Fest.
Wait, so he's pro children dying and pro making children? That doesn't
We'll make
sense.
more, it's fine.
Yeah, he just wants to be a part of the making more. Because it's the
Wow,
only
he's so
opportunity.
controversial.
He is disgusting in every way.
Real gross, dude.
I had there was an NPC that it was a town guard who ended up I ended up playing him like your friend who never left your hometown and ended up being a cop and is kind of a douche. I ended up doing that, and my players just kind of discovered that in him, so I just like, okay, and I just kind of leaned into it.
Gross.
So yeah, it happens. Gross people exist in the world.
Emily, you are up.
All right.
I want it noted that I took a contempt coin.
Oh, I noted.
Against whom?
They're not showing up in the map.
You're not supposed to talk about them.
They're on the far left of the map underneath our names.
Far
On
right.
behalf of the children.
Sorry, far right.
Oh, my screen's not big enough. That's not bad.
You gotta zoom out.
That is actually a good question that I should clarify. Contempt coins are basically, you should take them when like the voice that you made doesn't feel heard, not when like you as the player.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, I'm really kind of confused by the contempt coins because
I
that's
think they need to be where like when you have well, I guess it could be both because if
If
I
you ever
Emily,
feel like you weren't consulted or honored in a decision-making process, you can take a piece of contempt and place it in front of you. We haven't had any decision-making processes. We haven't like decided anything as a community.
I mean, we kind of have.
Like what? We like all of the projects we've started have all been like independent. Okay, so we're gonna like the community starts a project because that's on my turn. I thought that when we started a project that it had to be agreed on by the community or at least consulted.
It's confusing.
yeah,
No, it just says whoever started the project has to tell everyone how it turned out. Unless you try. Okay,
So it's specifically for projects.
Oh, wait, no, it's not
like
though. Unless your card
it
specifically tells you
also-
otherwise, the next step is to reduce the project die. Wait, where?
I think we're going to get into it. I think,
I'll figure it out.
yeah, because these cards are going to get much more specific as we go. Right now, they're very broad and they're very positive.
Yeah, all right.
We're still in
Right.
spring.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think that's a good question. I guess it could be either. Like if we all are discussing a project.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I, Emily, do not feel like you guys listen to me. I should take a contempt card.
Yeah.
But similarly, if I am voicing the voice of Bert or like the elders in general, if they didn't feel heard, I should also take a contempt card.
Yeah, I took
Is
a
that how we're
contempt for the children.
Right. Like
I
on
did
behalf,
too. I did
right,
as well.
exactly. Like on behalf of the youth,
Oh,
they are feeling disrespected. and
So you can
contempt.
do either is basically what we're
So are
saying.
these gonna
I
come into
think that's
play?
reasonable.
Yeah, you can
If you
use
ever
it-
want to act selfishly and basically say like
Yeah.
I'm ignoring everyone's objections and just doing this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So-
similarly, you could do that as like, I, Emily, am going to make a selfish move
And
here, but
basically
also, like,
and basically you won't get but you have an excuse to do that if you have a contempt token.
Correct.
Yeah. You can also just and it's
I should have taken one a while ago.
Go ahead.
go ahead, take it.
Okay, sorry.
You're good.
Good,
All right.
good.
How do I put it under Dylan? Boom.
Yep.
All right, Emily, you're up.
Pick a card, any card. As long as it's from the spring deck.
Yeah.
An old piece of machinery is discovered, broken, but perhaps repairable. What is it? What would it be useful for? Or, an old piece of machinery is discovered, cursed, and dangerous. How does the community destroy it?
Ooh.
Spooky.
We definitely find a piece of cursed machinery.
This whole land is cursed.
Yeah.
Kinda.
So,
This map is for sure.
definitely.
Can I just say I love our map right now?
Oh God, yeah.
I like the snails.
I like the snails too.
This turned into some shit.
I like how our anti-hug scarecrow is just out in the desert being like, no hugs.
Oh, hugs.
It's
Lightning
a desert.
snail.
I
Look
feel
at
like
all,
fertility
look at all the
fest
no
would be
hugs
pro
around
hug.
here.
No,
What?
fertility festival's gonna take care of our hug problem for sure.
Is that this week? Is that this week?
Oh,
Because
In full bloom.
3 weeks left, it says.
no, I
Yeah, but-
forgot to count it down. No,
so technically there's 1 week left after this turn.
correct.
So it's next turn.
So yeah, so we'll get
So yeah, Emily decides how it ends up.
Mhm.
That's fun.
Sorry, no, sorry, no, Dylan
Dylan
decides how it
that's
ends
even
up.
more fun.
Oh,
So the old piece of machinery that is discovered is an old churn that used to be used to grind up the shells of lightning snails.
Ooh.
But it is cursed now, so we have to destroy it.
Why is it cursed?
Yeah, how is it cursed?
Well, the spirit of wronged lightning snails is cursing this thing, and if we use it, they're all going to attack us. Or
the snail movement's gonna have a field day with this one.
exactly. / 'tis a lightning rod, and it will curse us with bad weather.
Oh my God.
So we must destroy it, and therefore we have to throw it
Into the fire.
Throw it from the top of God's fist.
It has to be thrown from the top of the giant's fist into
Giant's
the
fist,
river, so it can be washed out to the ocean.
Nice.
And
You gonna draw us a little grinder?
oh, I guess I'll have to draw us a little destroyed grinder.
And discussion, discovery, or project.
So resources that we need, hugs, fertility fest is taking care of that. We have travel. We need,
Sacrifice.
oh, we need sacrifice.
wait, can I do that?
Well, Furt
No.
Fest is also sort of taking care of that too. It's kind of a 2-for-1.
How? I'm sorry. How?
It's creating more children to sacrifice.
Oh.
That's what we decided.
The children are seriously not happy about this.
I'm taking another contempt.
I guess they're gonna have to uprise.
I'm taking
Yeah.
another contempt for that.
Yeah, I'm taking another contempt for the children as well.
I
You guys are
didn't say
getting too
anything
attached
other
to
than what was
characters.
previously said.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
now that we understand the rules.
I mean, that's what was laid out with the purpose of Furt Fest, was to create more children to sacrifice.
Yeah, well, now Jamie
we
and
can
Alabaster are
keep the
mature enough to
cute
understand what the
species.
fuck Furt Fest is.
But most
They're just mad they were
importantly,
invited.
we're
Little bit, but hey, mutually exclusive. First off, pissed them are not invited. Second off, what the fuck?
All
But
right, all right. Let
The joke
Emily
is they're not
finish.
of age.
Yeah, Emily.
I'm just trying to think of what project. So, what do the millipedes eat for survival to maintain our transpo? Do they eat the same thing?
That's up to you, man. Do you want to like maintain an abundance of transportation by finding food for the millipedes?
Yeah, but in a fun way.
Oh, okay.
I think that the millipedes eat sea turtles. So we're gonna have to harvest those sea turtles.
So do you want to start a project to harvest the sea turtles?
No, I don't like that. No, I want the sea turtles to live. Yeah, I'm gonna start like a millipede farm where we're growing the herbs. Millipedes are herbivores, so
Sure.
we're gonna grow a bunch of herbs that they're gonna nibble on. So we're creating like a little millipede.
I love it.
Like a little
Roll a
greenhouse.
d6 for me.
Contempt for your project. No, I'm just kidding.
Aww.
Those are invasive plants.
How
Well, it's
how
gonna
long
take
was
a
that?
long time, 6 weeks for them to grow.
Yeah,
The
So,
what again?
millipede.
A little
Millipede farm.
Millipede food farm.
Food farm. I was like, it's like, why are we farming the millipedes?
No. We're growing food for them, and
Gotcha. Yeah, no, got that. I was like,
And
how
that's
did we
gonna be
get there?
done.
I missed something.
it's gonna be done next to the pot fields.
Right.
This seems like fertile.
Fertile land.
Fertile weed land.
Weedland.
It's Weedland.
It's good weedland.
All right. While you keep drawing that, Dylan, you're up.
Boy. Okay. Draw a card, don't draw anything, don't draw anything. Boom. Yes. There's another
Whoa.
community somewhere on the map. Oh shit. Ah. Sorry, my browser is being weird.
You're good.
Hold on. Why can't I get rid of it? Okay. There's another community somewhere on the map. Where are they? Oh my gosh. Microsoft, go away. What sets them apart from you? What belief or practice helps to unify your community? Can I say that the kids form their own community in the rock formation?
I was
Shit,
I was gonna start a project to have the kids that have like Jamie and Alabaster start like, a migration of children to the forest.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's what they're gonna do. Jamie and Alabaster believe in the Titan, and they're like, the Titan represented the children, and it was a baby that was aborted too early, and it became a Titan, but it couldn't get out of the earth, something of this, because it was buried alive. And so everyone's crazy religious in my
Yeah.
You don't know these characters, Maddie.
All right.
Okay. So
you guys said it was a Titan. I'm going with it.
I love it. Dylan, I want you to draw like little huts or whatever on the rocks, because the kids have started their own Lord of the Flies.
They're gonna be carved into the rock.
Stealing my idea.
No, they came up with it first. You didn't say it out loud.
It came up organically because we're all collective storytellers.
And we are all collective storytellers. It's true. And then Dylan, what do you want to do? Do you want to start a discussion, start a project, or?
I was gonna have the old ladies do something. Is that a discussion or a project?
What do you want them to do?
So the old ladies
as a response to this, get really real. Wow.
Yeah, they're riled.
And so they all drown themselves in the ocean to bring forth the drowned god.
So they
All the
sacrifice
matriarchs.
themselves. The
Yeah.
the matriarchs sacrifice themselves. I
want to say like,
is that a project?
It feels like a discussion to like say, should we do this, or it feels like a project just to like get it done. I feel like that might be a 2-turn thing.
It's your
Sorry.
call.
Well, I guess the question is,
no, yeah, it's up to you.
Do they ask permission from the rest of the community
Well,
or no?
since they're the matriarchs, I assume they didn't ask for permission.
No, I'm talking about with each other. I was talking about with each other. Like a discussion like the matriarchs like, do we do this, or like, are we gonna?
I thought they were all like on the same page.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
okay.
Seems like it's an action.
Yeah, it seems like it's a project.
Okay.
Because
it wouldn't take.
I mean, I don't know. I really feel like they
prepare a ritual for it or something.
I really feel like they would discuss it with each other.
I think that this is Dylan's choice to either make it a project that they sacrifice themselves, and that will change sacrifice to abundance, or they have a discussion and they just do it.
Well,
it is up to Dylan.
I don't want to inspire Maddie's contempt, so how about it's a discussion?
Okay, and it just happens. All right, so
okay.
How do you start with a question or do you start with a statement?
So they all gather on the docks that are freshly made, and they all disrobe because this is the old way. They get into the water and they're like, let's have a discussion.
Okay, but what do they start with, a statement or a question?
It is time that we resurrect the drowned god. We must, if the children aren't willing to do it, we must save the community. We must all take our lives to bring the drowned god back. This is what's her name?
Helga.
This is Helga, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
okay.
What's the other one? Rachel, Rebecca.
Whatever you want to. It doesn't even have to be Helga. It can be whatever.
I will represent the millipedes. This action is very disruptive to them.
No, it's only discussion with the women.
It's just the main, yeah.
Well, I'm saying that this is a discussion they're having, but the millipedes are a part of this community and are picking up on the vibes, and it freaks them out. And
the horses are going wild. The horses are braying.
The millipedes start scraping and stamping, and they're kicking up a big thing of dust, and that's their contribution.
I will say Rebecca Stevens, if Rebecca Stevens was the one saying that, then Helga.
That was Helga, I guess.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter.
Would Helga say that?
Yeah. Sure.
Well,
we're not investing in characters. So another
not investing okay, there's a difference between investing in characters and just making sure that these characters having a steady storyline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Having a consistent storyline.
Do you think that?
So Rebecca, I feel like Rebecca would be the one saying we need to do this because she's the drowned god. She's like classified as the drowned god worshiper, the heavy worshiper.
Mm-hmm.
And Helga is a supporter of hers who's in favor of sacrificing the children.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I just feel like established relationships and background and all that is
Continue.
One of the matriarchs is going to put forth what evidence do we have to show that the god shall be merciful to us, and we do not know a god's machinations. We are but mortals ourselves.
Okay, and Emily, how are you contributing?
That is heresy. You must have faith in the gods to request evidence or logic.
And now, with that, I would like.
Who said that?
Dylan.
I am old Russian matriarch. I also.
Dylan, I would love for you to draw a bunch of dead old ladies in the ocean.
Around the dead god.
If you would please.
They went on out into the pier and jumped in.
And
Going to be a star?
It seems that it would also be up to Dylan then to determine what happens if this does in fact raise the drowned god, yes or no.
Do we? Hey, I vote to roll a die to see if it raises the drowned god, yes or no.
I think it's up to Dylan.
I was just putting forward a suggestion.
Okay. No, I think that as rules is written, Dylan is in charge of the narrative, right?
Does it work?
Do we have a drowned god on our hands? Also, I will remind everyone that Fertility Fest is now in
full in full swing.
swing.
How does Fertility Fest go while the sacrifice is happening?
So these old ladies are killing themselves and people are fucking their brains out.
No one notices the old ladies went off besides the millipedes, because they're still there.
This sounds like the setup for a horror movie.
Right? I'm saying this is a horror film.
Now we have like young adults having some type of like all night
Lord of the Flies community.
We have a Lord of the Flies community with murderous children. We have young adults like in the wilderness sleeping together, and a bunch of old witches just jumped off into the water.
Isn't it something like Game of Thrones?
A little bit.
Kinda, yeah.
That's what I was going for.
So what happens with the old ladies?
So a baby crawls out on the dock.
How big is it?
It's a regular size, normal looking baby, and no one knows where it came from.
Draw the baby.
Draw that baby.
Draw
that baby. Draw that baby.
And with that, I am going to put a pause on the game. It is 10 o'clock. We will come back to this at some point.
4 more hours. 4
more
hours.
I gotta know where this goes.
Seriously. Wait, Dane, no, this is so fucking fun.
It's a good game. That's why I've been wanting to play it for so long.
I know. I wish we had earlier. I wish you had pushed harder.
Well,
those old ladies
Maddie,
push.
You are 100% able to play this game yourself. I can share.
It's not fun.
I can share
by yourself.
Well, no, I'm saying that like.
Although actually, this is a great way to build a world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can like make a game and make you the DM of it if you wanted to play this with another group also. But
I might take you up on that. I'll let you know at another time.
On the docks. Okay. So my friends.
It's a blue baby.
I knew it was a blue baby. I love it. Okay.
Little blue baby.
So next time perhaps we will have a couple more players if we can get the other folks involved.
Please.
If they do join,
listen to our session.
I will of course be posting this, and
hey,
I have been recording the map as well, so I will actually put the map in the video.
Yes,
it's essential for this. It's
awesome.
Essential for this,
awesome.
Right?
This is great. I love this.
If we get 3 more players, I will not be participating in the next round. It's a lot.
That's sad. That is sad for you.
Well, it's fine.
Yeah, all right.
I'm playing kind of what's it, coach,
game
anyway.
master.
Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, so this is fine, and I'm really enjoying it. But thank you all for playing. I think this is a fun diversion rather than just your straight up one shots. So
I do like those.
Those are fun.
One shots are a lot
great.
of fun. This is just something a little.
Look at our creation, guys.
Yeah,
look at what we made.
Great job.
Was
Everybody give yourselves a round of applause. Pat yourselves on the back. I think you did a great job. This is kind of an abstract game, and I think you did.
Guys, this was 3 lines. This was 3 lines a couple of hours ago.
And now it's a whole world. All right. I am stopping recording.
All right. Love you guys.
Stopping recording.
Bye.
Bye.